Hey guys, how you going? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
When you look and see at night the kind of death that's been caused by this invisible enemy, and this is going to be a rough 2-week period. As a nation, we face a difficult few weeks as we approach that really important day when we're going to see things get better all of a sudden. And it's going to be like a burst of light. I really think and I hope our strength will be tested and our endurance will be tried. But America will answer with love and courage and ironclad resolve. This is the time for all Americans to come together and do our part. When you look and see...
He's talking to us. The military getting ready in Germany as well, guys. DUMBs, deep underground military bases. Where are they? Look at that. Right across the USA. Wow. And we also have this report from The Hill, March 31st, 2020. Authorities find smuggling tunnel under US-Mexico's border, seizing $29 million worth of drugs. And it's a video. Oh, hang on. Okay, they won't let me. It's a very tiny bit of writing to try and read. Federal agents in San Diego uncovered an underground smuggling tunnel last week and seized more than $29 million worth of drugs, the US Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, said on Tuesday. The tunnel extended more than 2,000 feet beneath a warehouse in Otay Mesa area of San Diego and a warehouse in Tijuana, Mexico, according to the DEA. Agents seized about 1,300 pounds of cocaine, 86 pounds of methamphetamine, 17 pounds of heroin, 3,000 pounds of marijuana, and more than 2 pounds of fentanyl from the tunnel. Oh no, what have I done? According to the DEA authorities, estimate the total street value of the seized drugs is $29.6 million. The discovery of the tunnel resulted from a combined investigation from members of San Diego Tunnel Task Force as well as Homeland Security, US Border Patrol, the DEA, and the United States Attorney's Office. Agents estimate the tunnel has been in existence for several months based on advanced construction in several portions, including reinforced walls, ventilation, lighting, and underground rail system. What does that remind you of? The tunnel has an average depth of 31 feet and width of 3 feet throughout most of the passageway. I hope this sends a clear message that despite the ongoing public health crisis, Homeland Security investigations and our law enforcement partners will remain resilient and continue to pursue criminal organisations responsible for the cross-border smuggling of narcotics into the United States. HSI San Diego Acting Special Agent in Charge, Cardell T. Morrance, said in a statement, DEA Special Agent in Charge John W. Callery similarly praised the discovery and dedication of agents despite the coronavirus pandemic, and noted the San Diego Tunnel Task Force several months ago uncovered the longest cross-border tunnel yet found. Agents announced in January they discovered a 4,309-foot tunnel between Tijuana and San Diego. And these tunnels allow the determination of drug trafficking organisations to subvert our border controls and smuggle deadly drugs into our community. But these recent tunnel seizures also show the dedication of our amazing partners on the San Diego Tunnel Task Force to locate and shut down these tunnels to keep our communities safe, Callery said in a statement. Despite the current COVID-19 pandemic, DEA employees continue to work tirelessly to serve and protect the community. And the report was updated at 1:48 p.m. I'll put this link down below in the description. Why is free thought ridiculed, challenged, and threatened? A person's value. Number 1, vote. Number 2, monetary value, tax contribution. Number 3 is left blank. Why is free thought ridiculed, challenged, and threatened when a person is opposed to the mainstream narrative? 2 remains fixed. Degree allowable by economic recession, expansion. 1 remains a variable. 1 dependent on a control system of information dissemination. What happens when 90% of the media is controlled, owned by 6 corporations? What happens when those same corporations are operated and controlled by a political ideology? What happens when the news is no longer free from bias? What happens when the news is no longer reliable and independent? What happens when the news is no longer trustworthy? What happens when the news simply becomes an extension arm of a political party? Fact becomes fiction. Fiction becomes fact. When does news become propaganda? Identity creation? How does the average person who is under constant financial stress by design find time to research and discern fact versus fiction? Majority of people prone to believe someone in power sitting behind a big brand news name? Do people, human psyche, tend to follow the majority mainstream viewpoint in fear of being isolated and or shunned? Mainstream is used for a reason. Dominate trend in opinion. If majority of people believe X, then X must be validated. True. Why do mainstream media heads within different orgs always use the same keywords and or catchphrases? Coordinated? By who? Outside entity providing instructions? Do they count on the fact that people, human psyche, are more prone to believe something if heard over and over again by different trusted sources? Then we've got this from the Q Research Board, guys. This is about the all the famous people and what the newspaper means, or the news means when they say self-quarantined. It means they're under house arrest. Self-quarantined coronavirus exposure means detained and questioned. When they say tested negative, no confession going to trial. Tested positive means confess to take deal, execution out of public eye. See why they were so scared about Tom Hanks? Okay, this is the latest intel, guys. We need 100% of people indoors to see what the US military is going to broadcast on everyone's TV sets worldwide. It's going to be very painful, but we can no longer have people divided. Around Sunday, Monday, POTUS will tweet, "My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. We will go to full global martial law." He will most likely be on board Air Force One when he sends out 7 presidential messages to everyone's phone and TV sets worldwide on the emergency broadcast system. From there, all global militaries via US military will shut down all media, internet, phones, and all TV programming. Emergency services will still have theirs. So the US military can broadcast 10 days of 3 8-hour sessions of video confessions, military tribunals, lots of evidence from the scandals listed in the Storm article. While this is happening, they will be removing governments worldwide and making global arrests, 500,000 indictments. Jassara Nasara will be activated, which will be a full rewiring of planet Earth. Now, I don't know how true this is. You can believe it or not. I'm not saying this is true. This is pure speculation on my part, based on my gut feeling and previous research. Personal conversation I had with a friend yesterday when he was worried if the internet goes down, which many MSM articles have been published in the last few days stating due to the increased demand from schoolwork and Netflix the internet could go down, that he would not have TV because he gets it from the internet only. I said, I think you will be getting something to watch. I think that not just the internet, but all TV stations will not be broadcasting. The only thing you will get is emergency broadcast system programming for 10 days. Perhaps highly professionally produced documentaries by the military. Maybe starting off with who developed the virus, moving on to other juicy subjects like the same people that did that also did Spygate, Russia hoax, coup, assassination attempts on Air Force One, North Korea and Iran ties to the same people, Mexico cartels tie to opposition to border war, satanic child trafficking and sacrifice, explaining the use and harvesting of adrenochrome and how it is not only is a psychedelic, but it removes wrinkles and physically makes you appear younger. 10 days is plenty of time to show the declassified evidence that's been given the green light to release. The military prepared these daily releases in advance after doing many screenings to perfect the best presentation style and format to convince even the most ardent Trump haters. How's that for replacing everyone's normally scheduled programming? All to be perfectly concluded by Good Friday. Boom. Then you have the interesting timing of this release yesterday from Space Force. Tie in the decode that Q posted 7 times on April 2nd, 2 years ago. April showers. 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 ERS, Emergency Response System. April show, Emergency Response System. So also with this, Q also wrote, April showers bring May flowers. So I do believe this will be over by May. And we should all be more awake. Something else I came across. I have a question for the doomsday people, so people who don't believe in Q. If you've listened this far, well done. I have a question for the doomsday people. If Q is false, then why doesn't Trump debunk it? It has spread worldwide and has gotten huge. If Trump has nothing to do with Q, then why wouldn't he say so? He has no problem calling out all other fake news. If Q is fake, it is dangerous and irresponsible. So why would Trump let it go on for this long? And if you really feel that Trump is part of the New World Order, then you're preaching a message of hopelessness. If the New World Order's coming, we might as well commit suicide. Nothing to live for or look forward to. God has abandoned us. Then, I don't believe that story. Do you really think God wants hell on earth for everyone? What for? Why? And I think we've already been in the New World Order. I think the UN was the world government and we were all in it. And if you're looking for a chip, it's probably in your hand, if you have a phone. Okay, guys, let's get into some of this corona news. Okay. First off, we have, this is from the 3rd of October 2014. Africa-Europe migration. Lampedusa survivor remembers. Now get a look at this picture. A really good look at it. Okay? This is from an article in 2014. And look at this. This is Bergamo, Italy yesterday. Lombardy recorded 319 deaths in one day. That's scary. Be careful and safe out there. Coronavirus update. Do you see what I see? Do you see it? Okay. We have a report that Tom Hanks is dead from Barron Trump. Too many coincidences. And there is an article he got a screenshot of. I can't find it. Queensland, Australia. Actor Tom Hanks has passed away at age 63. American actress and wife of... Okay, Tom Hanks' wife dies as well of coronavirus. BuzzFeed. Okay, well, American actress and wife of fellow American actor Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, passed away Friday morning in an Australian hospital at the age of 63. Both Hanks and Wilson were diagnosed with the COVID-19 virus in Australia last week. Wilson had a recent bout with cancer, which she beat, but her immune system had not fully recovered. Sadly, just as news is coming out that a cure for coronavirus has been found, she dies. Okay. Then we have this. As a former serviceman in the United States Marine Corps, I 100% validate that is an FBI insignia for an elite group of capturing high-level targets. On the guys, look, here's Tom getting off the plane, clearly escorted by 2 federal agents. And that's them. They're escorting him. So we don't know if he's dead or not. There you go. On March 13th, News 24. I couldn't find the link. All the earthquakes going on, guys, is the tunnels being blocked off. Don't panic. And you've also got all these hospitals that look really overrun with coronavirus patients. We're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel. As we approach that really important day, we're going to see things get better all of a sudden. It's going to be like a burst of light. President Donald J. Trump. Dark to light. He said it, dark to light. That means it's... That was the code, wasn't it? Dark to light. Here we go, guys. Get ready for it. Hang in there. If it spills over, just let it go. Stay in your home. If you have to shut the curtains and draw the blinds or whatever, do what you have to do. Do not get involved. Do not try and riot or protest, because the army and the police will be out in force and you may get in the way. You could get yourself in severe trouble, or you could end up injured or worse. Okay, guys, have a good one. Good day, good night, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay.